Okay. Well, it seems that the stores I wanted to go to are closed, and the neighbor said that she believes they'll be back in 20 minutes. So I thought to come and take a seat here at this restaurant, grab a local drink. I forget the name of this drink. It's a kind of like pulque. It's an ¿cómo se llama? Probiotic. So yeah, while I'm sitting here waiting on this traffic to clear up and the store to open, I'll do another post for the Unholy Rituals series. So okay, I'll just go ahead and start with, because I did, cover like all the so-called holidays of like United States, Canada, Europe, sort of Northern Hemisphere. I haven't covered all of them in Mesoamerica. It would be like a lifetime endeavor to do that, because for every holiday they have up north, they have 6 down here. And so I don't want to beat a dead horse and talk about things that that I've already covered in my Holiday and Holy Day series. So if you haven't seen that, that's covers basically the same subject, unholy rituals, that when we participate in them we usher in unholy things. So we'll try to tap into some of the unholy rituals here in Mexico. So let me think if I can remember correctly. It starts on the last Friday of March every year, and that's tomorrow. And normally I like to be completely out of the country, or as far away from the so-called civilization, when this, what they call Santa Semana, starts. Santa Semana in Spanish means the Holy Week, but what I call it is the Unholy Week, because it's a ritual of the church. So of course it's going to be unholy. Now, what my previous video of this afternoon illustrated, with the blocking of the traffic and basically violating the free will choice of pretty much every living being here, whether it's a human trying to get somewhere in their car, or it's a shop that has to close. And it's not just this one. There was 2 shops I wanted to go to, and they're both closed. So I can't help but wonder if they didn't get a message from this funeral procession people to say close your shops because my father died or my grandmother died or whoever in their family died, and so therefore you should have to suffer and lose business. I don't know, but I noticed that every store, well, not every store, but about 3 out of 5 stores on that road were closed. So I don't know. Okay. So Santa Semana is basically like that on steroids. It's the whole week. It starts on the Friday, the last Friday in March, and it goes through all the way until the following Sunday. So it's the Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and a whole nother week. So it's like 10 days of complete dysfunction, traffic jams, trash everywhere. Everybody's getting drunk and doing drugs, and when it's all over, the city is completely littered in piss and shit and garbage. And ye shall know the nature of the tree by the fruit that it bears. So yeah. And the businesses that, like I have a friend, she has a spa with I guess they do like massages and pedicures and manicures and just whatever. She's normally gets business every day. But she has to close her business because she can't have clients on the massage table trying to relax, and she herself is doing the massage and she can't relax when they're literally passing within a couple of feet of her door and lighting off cannons and playing loud banda music and just drums and tubas and all kinds of other noise pollution. So that's another illustration of something that's unholy, something that's not a good choice to make because it's violating the free will choice of, in this case, my friend, to earn the money she needs to pay her bills. And is violating the free will choice of her customers who might want to come in for a massage or some service that she offers in her spa. So, I hate to make things so evidently simple, but that's really what it boils down to. Yeah, so I'll just leave it at that for Santa Semana. Because I really don't know. I mean, I didn't get all up into it and saying like, because what it is like the precursor to this other unholy ritual called Easter. And I don't know if they call it Easter down here. I don't think they do. I think it's just part of the Santa Semana. So it has to do with up north they call it Easter, and it's, if I remember correctly, I think it also starts on the last Friday. Yeah, the last Friday of the month, and it's called Good Friday. And that's ridiculous. Anything associated with the church is not good. That should be very clear. But Good Friday, and let me see if I can remember what the story is for that day. I really don't remember. I think, and somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think, isn't that the day when they go dress up the little kids in pastel colors and send them outside to go on an Easter egg hunt to teach them to hurry up and hunt down an object that cannot move, and to get as many eggs in your basket to reinforce that programming of competition and greed and taking and things like this. They call the Easter egg hunt is what they call. And that is also, I believe, is that the day that the Jesus Christ character was crucified or killed. That's your Good Friday, when that's your Good Friday, when the Jesus character was killed, I think. And then 3 days goes by, and then he's risen from the dead. Gracias, hermosa.
Está un poquito caliente, ¿vale?
Okay. ¿Se puede pagar? I ordered some food while I was waiting. So, anyway, let's see if I get this right. Friday, Good Friday, the last Friday when the Santa Semana here starts. And then 3 days later is the day that the Jesus character is said to have risen from the dead. And that would be the Easter itself, I believe. Okay. Gracias.
Vale, perfecto, muchas gracias.
A ti.
Son 195.
95? Oh, discúlpeme.
Okay, sería, ¿sí?
95.
Vale.
Okay, gracias.
Sí.
Okay, so where was I saying about Jesus coming back to life and stuff like that? Yeah, that would be the Sunday, right? Easter Sunday. That's right. So up north, that's what it starts on a Friday. It starts on a Friday. They call Good Friday, and that's the day that the Jesus character was killed. Oh, gracias. That's the day that Jesus character was killed, like the star of their book, right? At least the star of the second book, the New Testament. The one, the Son of God, and that's good that was Good Friday that he was killed, murdered. Okay, and then 3 days later, or Friday, Saturday, Sunday is your day that the Jesus Christ character rose from the dead, and then you're done up north. It's just 3 days of unholy rituals. Down here, it's 10. And bear in mind, we've just suffered through, because now it's such a mezcla. Most places I go, not all places, but places that I have traveled to, I've seen it's a mezcla, or a mix of like expats and locals. So like mainly they're sharing holidays with the Canadians and the Americans, the Europeans, I guess, with the Christmas, because they don't, most places now, they don't really call it Navidad anymore, they call it Christmas. So, and they got the Santa Claus characters and all of the holidays up north, like Valentine's Day, Halloween, Easter, Christmas, these kinds of things. They'll have decorations in the stores for these holidays, and these holidays don't come from Mesoamerica, but you see they're adopting them. So in addition to the unholy rituals already on the calendar down here, now they're adopting also the unholy rituals of the north. And so the more of these unholy rituals that are executed, the more unholy energy that we bring into our field. It's real simple. It does not need to be complicated, but I love my giving my presents and Mother's Day, and I mean all of it, right? It's just ridiculous. But so bear in mind, we just literally down here in Mexico, we just suffered with Halloween, All Saints Day, aka Day of the Dead, see if I can remember what comes next. Then it was, I guess, I don't know, Thanksgiving or something like that. And then there was Christmas, and then there's New Year's, and then there's Valentine's Day, and now this. So it's like bam, bam, bam. If you notice, every month there has to be something, and especially leading up to the New Year in March, especially leading up to, before, on, and after the spring equinox, because that's when a new cycle, that's the time to sow seeds for the new cycle. What you do at that moment is what you sow, what you do with your rituals, and what you manifest for the harvest in the fall. You know, to see the results of your actions, thoughts, words, and deeds in the fall, you take a look at what you sow in the spring and tend to in the summer. Yeah, I hope that explains a little bit more about how everything is a ritual. Everything is a ritual. The question is it sovereign? Is it genuine? Does it come from you? Or is it contrived? Is it something that's been given to you by the church or the state? Both of which are nefarious entities. And, does it really mean anything when we send some memes around our chat groups and social media accounts to say happy fill in the blank, whatever? Like, I love to use the analogy of Mother's Day or Father's Day or something like that, right? Like, this is the day, this one and only day you go out and buy flowers or buy a card or buy a cake or take your mom out to breakfast or whatever. No, because you don't know that your mother is going to be around for another Mother's Day. Tell her you love her every day. Every chance you get. And you don't need to buy anything. It doesn't need to be contrived. When things are contrived, that's when they go off the rails. That's when I wish I could hold it. Let me see if I can do this again, because I love to do this illustration here. If your actions don't align with your intentions, then nary the twain shall meet. If they're out of alignment, if I say that I'm want to give thanks for the life of my mother and tell my mother I love her and I appreciate her and this and that and the other. But I'm only going to do it on this day that the UN or whoever come up with this Mother's Day holiday. I'm only going to do it on this day. So that's not genuine. So nary the twain shall meet. So your objective will never be met. Like, perhaps your mom will feel nice that you took her out to breakfast or something like that, but like, does it really hammer home? Because everybody's expecting it on that day, right? It would have more impact on the heart of your mother. And while we're talking about mothers, let's talk about Mother Earth. Oh yeah, let's talk about the UN World Earth Day or something like that, International Earth Day or something like that. Every single moment of every single day is the time to respect and love and cherish and protect and preserve and take care of your Mother Earth every day. So again, and ye shall know the nature of the tree by the fruit that it bears. We shall see the nature of these rituals by what they leave behind, what they produce, what's the end result. So I'll leave that with you, family. If that's been a blessing to you, it's my honor to share it. This video in the Unholy Rituals playlist called Santa Semana / Easter. So let's see if I can turn this video off, and maybe my friend's store is allowed to open now, and maybe she's allowed to do business now because the guy who died apparently. And that's the thing about it. If you could ask the guy who's in the coffin, ask him, just ask, wherever you're at floating around in the spiritual realm, do you care that your body's been molested? Do you care that it's been pumped full of formaldehyde? Do you care that it's been dissected and had all kinds of what you call forensic autopsies to determine the cause of death and this and that and the other? Or would you just rather say, you know what, I checked out of the skin suit, I'm on my way to my next incarnation, please don't molest my body, and don't bother other people in the street, don't make people close their businesses, don't jam up the roads with traffic, don't frustrate other people. That's what probably the spirit that took off would have to say about it. So if we're really truly wanting to honor, you know, because once you check out of the skin suit, you don't give a good goddamn googly moogly what goes on down here. You just don't. It's like, it's over and you're on to something else. So I don't know. I'm ranting now, so I'll end it here. I hope this has been a useful information for anybody out there. If it has been, it's my honor to share it. And that's it for now, family. Until the next time, I'll see you in the dream world. Ciao for now.